2001. It lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
And the San Diego first down.
Lone back gets the handoff. He dodged the tackle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, San Diego.
Another carry for him. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
To throw here on first down. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
San Diego, first down. First and goal, Chargers.
They give it to him again. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be second and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Back to the well again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates. How many times, Kate, do you hear me talk about trust? Trust, trust, trust. There's nothing more important at the quarterback position than gaining the trust of your coaching staff. That one right there, well, that's not a deposit. That's a withdrawal of trust when you take a negative play on a run like that.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Look at that power, deep left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
It's now third down and 6.
Here he goes, third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at fourth and long. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Chargers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Sending him on the dive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Completed to his running back. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. All set now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They're going to try and throw it here. Hits him on the out route. And they're on him right away with that tackle. The stop comes at the 26-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
He'll work against the blitz. Cut near the goal line. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The Chargers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Chargers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Broncos nothing. Evan McPherson.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. He's got a man left. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1st and 10. It's McCarthy. This is going to fall down the whole way to the turf. Incomplete.
For number 82.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. They're trying to set the screen. Dobbins. And on 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards. Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Good offenses. Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Shovel pass complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
It's 3rd down.
I'll throw it. That one's good to McConkey. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a San Diego 1st down. 1st and 10.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Look at this. Tight end getting a carry here. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Another San Diego 1st down. It's a gain of 10. And the Chargers 1st down.
Hand off to the back. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
He was taken down.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the Broncos,
they're throwing it.
6-yard line.
Dumps it off to his running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and long for him here. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they can still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. That run good for a handful as it brings up second down. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Now it's McCarthy. Finds a man, right side. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
McCarthy on the sneak. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The Chargers have an early lead. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
At the 41-yard line. 1-yard gain.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. Has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and...
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. That one's incomplete over the middle. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Corliss Waitman on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That's taken at the 15. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll throw it here on 1st. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Part of the reason this offense been humming today, been in such great rhythm and got this lead, well, they've protected themselves so well. Now they finally get punched in the face. And how do you adjust and how do you respond? Does it remain business as usual to stay out front, or can this defense finally get home?
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
From the gun on 3rd down. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback in his offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
McCarthy to throw it. Jump off caught by his back. Still motoring past the 30. And he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And the Broncos.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Handoff now out of the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
From the shotgun, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
They'll air it out on 3rd. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Pass is caught by Bell. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down. The give here on 2nd. He's foray up the middle. That's about 3. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to run for it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. It's a gain of 10. And the Chargers, 1st down.
Looking to throw here. That's completed right side. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page is textbook.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. Wow, he's about as close to the 1st as you can get, partner. Down to the 31, but didn't get it. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Trying to do it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That's another San Diego.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
A gain of a yard. And the San Diego 1st down.
This time it's a passing play. Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They're motion him out of the backfield left.
21-yard line.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
A gain of 12 yards. And the San Diego 1st down.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. brings up second and goal.
He gets it again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 3rd and goal. They need 3 yards here. They'll work against the blitz. And he is in. Touchdown. The Chargers could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 24-point ball game.
Broncos nothing.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. His coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
play action. It's McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch made left side by McConkey. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. We've set it downs from 37. Dive play straight ahead. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs at that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Another carry for him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Steps up, and he's running with it. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Bell on the catch. Football is out. And the Broncos corral it. And they're going to take possession of the football, but they're going to do it deep on their own side of the field.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. to throw. Makes the catch. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's going to be 4th and short. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. McPherson's kick is good. And just before halftime, Gronk, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. He's back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Looking to throw. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. And the Chargers will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Brings in the kick at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll make his way through for a pick of a 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They give it to him again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
At the 30-yard line.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
This one is fair caught, but let's see what that flag's all about. This drive may not be done.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
3rd and long for him here. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today.
Brings up 4th down.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
At their own
The Chargers ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Working now from the gun. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Back to throw. He finds Evans left side. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. Here's the handoff. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Coming up to stop that play was Jahdae Barron.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down pass play coming. Completed over the middle. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
He has it on the QB sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Plowing up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Setting him on the dive. Keeps away from one. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down. There's a dive up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's making a bid for it. Nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
Chargers, first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Sign quarterback run here. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did the homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Setting up the running back screen. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it 4th and goal.
Pearson on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
At the 20-yard line.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He sure came his all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
This defense, they got a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
This one to Williams out left side. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
16 yards. That's good.
Now it's McCarthy. Delivers another one to Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Down the sideline to the 45. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
McCarthy throwing here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
Incomplete.
Kate, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
And this one sails out, no return on the punt. The Chargers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Okay, line. Here's 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Setting up to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this 2nd half. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Number 82.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Going back, it's the handoff. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Broncos football as we near the end of what has been a largely one-sided game. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, McCarthy. He's going to run for it. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the 1st.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
He's going to get this to the opposing 41. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
8 yards
after a good pickup. They're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Chargers' 33-yard line.
McCarthy looking to throw. Now here he goes. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now McCarthy finds him over the middle. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They'll run it from the gun. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
And they take this in for the score. The Broncos putting up points in a game decided. J.J. McCarthy the touchdown.
Just a tremendous effort. And really, this is a play where you can look at the facial expressions of the two sides and know exactly what happened. Offensively, you are smiling from ear to ear that your quarterback's a difference maker. Defensively, just demoralized that you couldn't find a way to stop that scramble.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos trail by 23 now. Return starts at the 9. Making some progress here. And an excellent effort there sets them up almost at midfield. The Chargers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. On 1st down, they'll run. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from 39. Dive play straight ahead. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Well, tight end gets it again. They are leading on it big time in this one. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Now, after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Give now to the... He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. But the Chargers were the first to get to that one, so it'll stay with them. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
This time it's a passing play. That's going to be caught by Evans. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Oh, he lost the football. And the Broncos corral it. So they steal away possession and add some extra yards for their offense after that fumble return.
Third down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing fourth down, they're off the field completely.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's two looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets snapped, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing, bro?
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Chargers.
Handoff to the back. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and
They give it to him again. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. He's going to keep this one. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle. Get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
On the play.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This from 28 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll make the lead 26 points.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Throw left side, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
To number 89. A gain of 9 brings up second and
The play fake, it's McCarthy. Throw to the right finds Waddle. And he's tackled for no gain. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10. At the
Play action, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Field goal doesn't do anything for him here, so the offense staying out there on 4th down. Trying to push this past the marker. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. So the Chargers take this one on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott.